Am I the a-hole for not telling my fiancé I can't have children? I 29F have always been open about not wanting children with people from the first date. I don't want to waste my or their time. I met my fiancé 32M 2.5 years ago online. We had a lot in common, including not wanting children. He proposed 4 months ago. A few days ago we were at his parents' house for dinner, and his mother commented about his sister who is pregnant, which led to talking about us having children. When children come up, I usually just change the subject as soon as possible. But before I could find an opportunity, fiancé answered that we would not start trying until after the wedding and after we have a house, so we wouldn't have to worry about moving while I was pregnant. I was surprised, but figured maybe he had not discussed not wanting children with his family, and he was just not wanting to talk about it. When we were driving home, I made a comment saying, maybe we should tell his family now we aren't having children, to avoid talking about it down the road. And then he told me he wasn't sure about being child-free. I was shocked and wasn't sure what to say, except to tell him that I was sure, and to ask when did he start thinking he might want children. He told me he was never sure, and that now he thought he wanted them. I was hurt that he lied to me, because when we started dating, I was very clear that under no circumstance would I want children, and if he wasn't sure it wouldn't work. We argued, and he told me he thought I might change my mind, but he didn't know that I was sterilized at 25. When I was 22, despite using birth control, I got pregnant and got baby deletion. Afterward, the stress of that possibly happening again was too much, and it began to take a toll on my mental and physical health. To make a long story short, after 2 years of looking from doctor to doctor, I was able to find one willing to sterilize an unmarried, childless, early 20s woman. My mental health improved overnight, as soon as I had a date scheduled, and I no longer have so much anxiety. This was 1.5 years before I met my fiancé. I never said so, because it does not matter, because I don't want children. I told him that I couldn't have children because I was sterilized, and then he got mad at me for not telling him, and that he might not have dated me if he knew. He called me an a-hole and dropped me off at home, and went to stay with a friend. At this point, I'm not hopeful for the relationship. I am sad about it because I do love him, but I was clear about children from the start, because it is a deal breaker. What I want to know is if I'm the a-hole for not telling him I can't have children. I've gotten messages from his friends saying I am. Not that I worry about their biased opinions, but couple of my friends have said I should have told him, while others were on my side, that it doesn't matter because I don't want children. So am I the a-hole?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Not the a-hole, but he just gave you a golden opportunity to leave before you got married. I'd take it.
Just make sure you include don't want along with can't have, because otherwise they'll likely assume you'll do fertility treatments or adopt or get a surrogate or whatever.
OP replied,
Upon reading this and other comments, I am realizing that I may have some slight unresolved issues surrounding my experience. The baby deletion and sterilization definitely caused some tension with my parents that I don't care to think or talk about. So I suppose saying I don't want over, I can't is less abrasive to me.